Good morning, world. This is Eric Rush. We're doing the MAXX Action Show, and we are working our way through the Put Your Dreams to the Test book. And I normally do a teaching and then have conversation. Today, I'm going to flip it the other way around. Um, I want to get somebody on the horn today that can tell me about one situation in their life where they put the pedal to the metal and they went all out. And I want to hear what it felt like for them to just put the pedal to the metal and go all out. Once upon a time when I was in my 20s, I had a chance to go for a ride with a guy that had a drag boat. And I mean, it's turning like 800 horse. And he says, "You want to drive?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I get behind the wheel and I'm just kind of toying with it, and I'm just like, so what's he gonna say if I just put my foot right on the floor? And this is Ron Vancouvering. If he ever gets a view of this, he'll remember this day because I told him about the thoughts. I'm like, what's he gonna do if I do that? And Ron was pretty much a grow a pair kind of guy. And I mean, he's the guy that I bought my VMAX from, or at my V65 Magnum from. I'm like, what's he gonna say if I don't? I will never live this down. So I freaking tromped on it, and I stayed right in it until I could tell that it maxed out. And there is such we have instilled so much fear in everyone in our society. And every time everybody goes anywhere, it's, oh, drive safe. Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to kill me mentally? Are you trying to kill me? Come on, get real. Guys, I think we really need to think about this stuff because that's what we're doing to our society. We're telling everybody to be safe. As long as nobody dies, go do it. Because nothing significant ever happens without somebody growing a pair and going and trying something that nobody's ever tried before. Because that's how barriers are knocked down. Then, after one brave person decides to do it, then everybody else will follow. But until somebody chooses to grow a pair and go through the proverbial wall, everybody else is too chicken shit to go and do it because they've never been taught you're not going to die, go do it. I mean, my brother used to freaking terrorize me. And I remember him saying, "You're going to thank me for this because you're going to grow up to be tough." And to this day, thanks, Dwayne. I'm glad you didn't treat me like a sissy. I'm glad that you treated me like the badass that you wanted to turn me into. So I'm grateful for that. So many other people would be like, "Oh, that's not right that he picked on you." He knocked me down, said, "Suck it up, get up. That's what life's going to do to you. You better be ready for it because it's going to happen." Let me unmute Randy here. Let's see, we got a hand here. Yep. Go ahead, sir.
I got two things. One is when they 1979 they told me that I'd never amount to anything. Okay, just hold on here a minute and it gets better. When I went in the army, they said, "Oh, you'll never make it. You're too fat." Well, screw them because when I came out, I was doing 150 push-ups, 150 setups, 150 jumping jacks, go to breakfast, then run 5 miles. But I came out lean and mean. The other instant, that was my where I grew a pair and went in and did it.
Right.
Okay, because that is it's not as bad as the Marine Corps, but it's bad. Okay.
Or
Um,
good,
the,
or good, depending on how
oh, it
you
was
look at
good.
it. Okay.
There, I miss it. I loved it. I really loved it. Okay. But number two is when everybody tells you to drive safe, they'll tell me to drive safe. Everybody else has to drive safe. I'm going to drive like shit.
Well, I don't
And
think
they're
that we
like,
need to be crazy on purpose, but
no, no,
I,
no. That's just my comment.
right.
Just
So,
you have to watch out because you got stupid people around you. I don't care what you do,
okay.
where you're
So,
at.
so anybody that is from Michigan who has ever learned how to drive realizes that most of the time slamming on your brakes is the absolute worst thing to do. You now lose all control. You are now
Yeah.
going to the ditch, and odds are you have no momentum, so that you can go through the ditch and come out the other side.
Yep.
The phrase is if you're going through hell, don't hold still, it won't last as long.
Yep.
So, guys, the reason why this is coming up today is because today's chapter is, are you willing to pay the price to succeed?
Yes.
I think so many people are so damn afraid of themselves and afraid of the criticism in the world. And if you will ever criticize anybody that you can't do the job better, whoever you're criticizing should have the right to go, if you're going to step up and say, it'd be better if, and I will help you, that's somebody that I want on my team. If you want to stand outside the If you want to stand on the sidelines and be the water boy, you deserve all the credit of the water boy who wants to criticize everybody. There's a spot in the chapter where it talks about every baseball team needs to have somebody that can play every position. They can hit every home run, turn every pitch into a home run. Um, but it's hard to get him to set down his hot dog and come out of the stands.
Hmm.
So there's another phrase, and I forget just exactly how it says. It says something about, you're not supposed to end up at the end of your life all preserved and safe and all that other shit. No, you're supposed to go out there and have battle scars and have stories to tell. I see so many people that are in their 50s who have given up. They think that they're too close to dead to do anything great. Colonel Sanders got his first Social Security check and said, I'm not living like this. And he was relentless, sleeping in his car, sharing his recipe with everybody. And then finally, it took. And there's probably not a person on this call that ever listened to this message that has not once upon a time eaten Colonel Sanders chicken. It's never too late. As long as you're still walking and talking and breathing, you still have an opportunity to do something great. And for those that follow the philosophy of MAXX Action Daily, they're going to start today. Okay. Day before yesterday, I was whining about being fat and out of shape again. I said, as soon as I get home, no, bullshit. I got the shoes, the sweats, the headset. I got all my shit set up right next to the coffee pot because I'm going to the coffee pot first thing in the morning. The rest of the toys were right there. Today I went out to start doing some running. I quite honestly, I got into a couple of books this morning and burn up some of my exercise time. As soon as this is done, we're going. Because yesterday I was outside and I didn't want to be outside and waking up a whole bunch of geezers in Florida. So, guys, think about, are you willing to pay the price for your dreams? I have said for a long time that those who bitch should not be allowed to bitch unless they're willing to get off their ass and do something about what they're complaining about. Those who want to call somebody out for doing something wrong ought to have to produce something that they did right. Otherwise, you don't have the right to complain. Let's be fair about things here. I'm sure there's going to be something in this video that's wrong. I probably shouldn't have put up my middle finger. It's going to offend somebody. I don't care. You have the option to turn it off because somebody that sees this message is going to go, holy shit, it's time to get off my ass. That's my mission, is to help people realize that they're walking around like a stick of dynamite and all they got to do is find something that's going to light the fuse. There is something in your head that nobody else has thought of that I'm I mean, not even a religious guy, and I want to say I want to pray to God that you'll figure out how to light the spark and actually use your idea, because otherwise it's a waste of mental energy. I was trying to think of a caustic for idea that would equal useless without action. So, guys, they say one of the most, there's a phrase, and I guess I got to figure out what it is. What is the place where there is the most buried treasure? In the cemetery. Don't be a person that dies with the song still in your head. Go do something today. Crack open the egg on your idea. Put it in the frying pan. Plan on getting burned. It's going to happen. But know that that's the price you got to pay to make an omelet. So, guys, I hope that helps. I hope that you guys find some inspiration and motivation that you didn't have yesterday. That's the mission behind the MAXX Action Daily, is to get people to step up and use their inner superpower and apply it somewhere and have a team of people that are going to commend them for the effort, because we know if we can keep them trying that one of these days they're going to do something that makes the rest of the world say, holy shit, out of that guy? Wow. And then you will have anybody that was with me yesterday, you will have taken what mom created and flip it upside down and turn it into wow, and show the world what is possible. In some of my studies here lately, I've learned about how as we learn things, we actually need to sleep on it. And there's a part of our brain that works different when we sleep that then calculates what to do and what not to do to the point where it then becomes instinct. They say that people who are born into a wealthy family have ridiculously higher odds of becoming wealthy. They say it's because they were shown the example. Guys, I actually think it's because they watched it happen, saw what worked, slept on it repeatedly, and now it's instinct. They know what to do. They see it. They know it. They do it. They believe it. Be the person that goes out and sets the example for somebody that's watching you to develop a success instinct. And they won't even know where the hell it came from. And you might not even know who you did it for. Right now, one of the biggest things that I promote is put something good in your brain every day. Guys, there's people out there that have success instincts that all we got to do is tune into their radio station. And it makes it so that failure is not an option. Success is inevitable as long as you keep moving forward every day and figure out what you can learn to get better. Associate up. Find people that are doing things in a world where you want to be successful. Figure out what they're doing and just start doing one or two more things. In the chapter I read from Maxwell for today, it said you don't have to be 100% better than your competition. It's easier to be 1% better at 100 things. So it's not like some great switch has got to go off. But if you're going to be 1% better at 100 things, you need to pick one thing to be 1% better at starting today, or the process will never happen. Almost want to get everybody a pocket full of coins so that they can continuously think about the gold that they're carrying in their pocket, that they're not turning into something that they can actually market. That's a hell of a thought. Get a pocket full of change is a never ending reminder of the gold you're carrying around in your soul. And it's for you to figure out which slot machine of life you're willing to step up and put one of your pennies in and pull the lever and see what you get. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. But if you're sitting on the couch or you're hoarding your pennies thinking that you're never going to find more, nothing's ever going to happen. Guys, this is what I'm going to plant in your head. When you're walking around somewhere and you see change on the ground, think about how you can be the change by taking the gold that you have in your heart of capabilities and put it in the slot machine of life, pull the lever, and see if that was your lucky try, because you're going to continue to find more change. You're going to continue to find more opportunities to be the change. But if you don't put your proverbial coin in the slot machine and pull the lever, I can't guarantee you're going to win, but I can guarantee you're not going to ever have a chance at winning if you don't put the coin in the slot and pull the lever and see what you get. Guys, I really hope that opens up your brain and makes you think about what you got in front of you here. You're here one time. You're getting one day closer to dead every single freaking day. Use the opportunity of the hours that you were given today to move something one step closer. With that, have a great day. Have fun and find your bust attitude in something that means something to you before the end of the day. If you don't do it, at least set yourself up for tomorrow. Pick up the book and put it in front of the coffee pot. Put your shoes in front of the door. Put out some kind of trigger for greatness so that tomorrow you can say, today's the day. Guys, I hope that helps. Appreciate you tuning in. Max Action Show, Monday through Friday, 6:45 a.m., 15, 20 minutes, depending on how crazy my brain goes. See y'all soon. Randy, I'll call you in a minute. Thank you.